from 7 to 10. It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 95 FM. Now, let's have some fun. Here is your host,
Ooh, yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. It's a little two-stepping Tuesday. We got all kinds of things to talk about, especially the NBA. I got my man Germ at 12 o'clock today. He is going to go deep. My man Germ is a hoops head. He also loves a little football like I do, so we are breaking down tons of NBA, what we saw last night, the good, the bad, and the definitely ugly. You got to feel bad for Jason Tatum. That just, non-contact injury to go down like that in a game that was that tight. It shouldn't have been that tight, but dadgummit, it was that tight. It's crazy, man, how Boston came out there and just literally stunned the Knicks with that. They just kept jabbing them in the face and then hitting threes. And then dadgummit, man. That second half. That Knicks team is just tough. It's like the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Did you have that one? Did you?
I didn't.
No, me either. And you do feel bad for the Cavaliers in an aspect of this. What an amazing regular season. It definitely did not help the Cavaliers at all. One, that they ran into an Indiana Pacers team that's deep, plays team basketball, doesn't play a whole lot of defense, leaves you open really there to hit the three. The problem is you're not hitting them. You didn't have Darius Garland, who's got the toe injury, the turf toe that just absolutely is terrible. I mean, DeAndre Hunter, and of course the defensive player of the year, and Evan Mobley. You got three key pieces that were out. You missed a few games. Yes, they came back and you still got worked. But you feel a little bit for the Cavs because, damn, I ain't going to lie to you. Donovan Mitchell did his part, did he not? I mean, Spidey was out there fighting his tail off. So you tip your cap, but it always seems that Spidey comes up short. Like, man, tonight, are the Cavs going to get closed out? No, that's the tough one. Like, is Indiana going to go ahead and do it? I don't know, man. You need to. Go out there and punch them in the face. Go to Cleveland and just bam. But if you see the experts, of course, those bad men out there in the desert, Cleveland's a 7.5-point favorite. The money line for Indiana is plus 230. Plus 230. And Donovan Mitchell, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed this. I mean, they do have him listed as a game-time decision. I feel like he'd have to lose a limb not to play. But this series, those first two games, Indiana, first game, that was impressive. Second game, the way you steal that joint. Again, down 7 with a minute to go, bam. Then Cleveland did come out there and put it on them. But you saw the last one, man. Pacers drop-kicked him right in the face. I mean, that was just, you were like, whoa. That was an impressive game. And they came out of the gate. Indiana, in the first half, scored 80 points, held Cleveland to 39. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you watch that game, which was Mother's Day, Indiana looked like I couldn't tell in the first half. Is it just Cleveland can't make a damn shot, or has Indiana learned how to play defense? Because they look real effective. Now, if you're just missing shots, but again, that's why I have the Hoops head Jeremy at 12 o'clock who's going to join me, because we definitely going to be talking about this. That line, 7.5. Ooh. I mean, Pacers got to just get one more game. And then we got Nuggets, Thunder. Thunder back at OKC. Over in Oklahoma. In a series that is all knotted up at 2 games apiece. First game, of course, Pacers, Cleveland, 6 o'clock on the TNT, followed by the Nuggets and the Thunder. They say 8:30. I say it'll probably be 9. But OKC, another large favorite, 10.5 points. I mean, 10.5. That's oof. I mean, that first game, OKC has it. The little baby Thunder, though, fall apart. And Jokic had one of those performances that you just sit there and say, that's why he's the best basketball player on planet Earth, even though he cannot even jump onto a curb. His vertical is about as good as mine right now. And mine ain't good. At all. But that game, man, Jokic had 42 points in game 1. He was just doing everything. And by the way, not only did he have 42 points, let's not forget his 22 freaking rebounds and his team-leading 6 assists. He led the Thunder in points, rebounds, and assists, and he was a damn baller. Since then, though, have you noticed? Jokic ain't looked all that good, has he? It's crazy. The last 2 games, man, his shooting performances have been absolutely, let's be honest, they've been terrible. They won a game where he literally could not hit the broadside of a barn. Now, it's one thing at home to get a lot of role players to get going, because the way they stole that game, Jokic was magic. Man, he was magic. But the 92-87 win, which was also, was that on Mother's Day as well? I think so. Yeah. I would have said, if you really, really, really looked at it, it was all about Denver's defense, especially in that fourth. I don't even know, man. Oklahoma State. I mean, the Nuggets held the Thunder to 92 and still lost because they scored 8 points in the first and 18 points in the fourth. It was just, I don't even know. It was one of, I thought, Jokic's last 2 games are probably the worst 2 games I've seen him play in the playoffs. That just kind of stick out in my head. Yet the series is knotted up at 2. Damn, I'm glad Germ's coming on today. Now, last night, what we saw was a lot of people lose their parlays. That's why your parlay didn't hit. Man, what is up with Boston? You know the bad luck with Jason Tatum. And boy, was he having a game. He had 42 points when he got injured. It was tighter than Cooter Brown. But to be up 13 points at halftime, 13 or 14 points, and to get outscored by 14, to give up 37 points in the third quarter, I was like, my Lord, Boston is just doing it again. And now Tatum's done. Hate to say it, stick a fork in this series. This bad boy is over. I mean, it is OV. Like Derek White was hitting his threes, Tatum was hitting his threes, and everybody else was pretty average. Shoot, I thought it was going to be a good night for Jaylen Brown. Came out and hit that first three of the ball game, then was 2 for 8 the rest of the way. But man, Bridges, Brunson, Cat, OG. OG was hitting. OG Anunoby was hitting threes. And they played defense. And they had 43 rebounds to, this is crazy, 31 rebounds for the Boston Celtics. Not one player on their team had double-digit rebounds. Not one. It was 13 second chance points for the Knicks. It was crazy. Boston just falls apart. And now, I mean, like, nobody believes Cleveland is going to come back, right? I mean, do people believe Cleveland's going to come back? I mean, right now you got the Knicks up 3-1. You got Cleveland up, Cleveland down. They got down 1 game to 3. It is hard to win 3 straight in the NBA in the playoffs. I just don't see Cleveland doing it. And I sure as hell don't see Boston do it now that Jason Tatum, who's going to have his MRI today. It's ugly in the East. It feels like no matter what happens in the West, whoever comes out, the West is the best. And you saw Anthony Edwards be a baller. You know what all the talk was today? Oh, he's the face of the league now. Talked about Jason Tatum. Why he's not the face of the league. Well, one is probably because he's not very charismatic. He doesn't talk to the media. He doesn't really say much. He's not engaging. Being the face of the league, not only do you have to be great on the court, you also have to be flashy, have a little pizzazz. I mean, Ant-Man, he's got all them commercials. And he tells people his is bigger than everybody else's. Then he has there's just a lot. The way he talked to Obama on television, the things that, just the swag. And right now, of course, Golden State. I mean, right now, Minnesota's just got a cakewalk. I mean, this has been, I think, a very easy walk for Minnesota. You have a Luka and LeBron team that doesn't have a center, that had to play small ball, that can't shoot threes very well. Luka's out of shape, sucking wind in the third quarter, looking like standing at the free throw, looking like he's going to die. Looking at me, he looked like me after like 5 pickleball games. By the way, I can't believe I'm saying this, man. I got that damn fever, bro. You played it, Landon?
Not as religiously as you do.
Well, I just started playing like 2 weeks ago, but I played Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
I played once, maybe 2 years ago.
I got now a pickleball court in my backyard.
I have a pickleball paddle ball set in my truck right now.
Well, you know what? You can't play without no damn net and no pickleball court.
Well, you could. It just wouldn't be as good.
No, but that's what he looks like. 47-year-old me, after 5 pickleball games, dying, sucking for wind, praying for some oxygen. And this is, Luka walking bucket. Like hands on his knees, sucking wind. Minnesota was beating up LeBron down low as he was playing the 5. I mean, you really think what Austin Reeves is going to be like? I mean, what a walk. Minnesota, so far, easy peasy. Sad but true. Very lucky also that Steph Curry has a hamstring issue and goes out in the first quarter of game one. Did you lose game one? Yeah, that's because you were trash. 31 points in the first half, Minnesota. Pathetic. Well, they bounced back, haven't they?
I would say so.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant. I mean, Golden State made it look kind of close by outscoring them by 13 in the fourth quarter. But when Minnesota was serious, especially when they came out of the locker room, 39-17 third quarter, Minnesota just rolled. Minnesota, like that three-pointer by Ant going into the second half was basically, it felt like, man, did it just seem like it energized him?
Oh, absolutely.
5-point game. He hits a three at the buzzer. Boom. Now you know it's a 2-point game. He was pumped up, talked to them, talked to the crowd. You could see it. Minnesota runs off, goes into the tunnel. When they came back out, they came out and they just whap. How you like me now? I mean, the tone that they set, it was impressive. They came out and didn't look back. All of a sudden, you got like 7 minutes left in the third quarter, and you look up and Minnesota's up double digits. And by the end of the third, man, they walked that jaunt. They were up, 15? Heck, I can't even remember. It was no. I had to look it up. They went up. They were down to in that quarter, and they were up 20. And you're thinking to yourself, this is out there in, San Francisco. And don't care. Now, with it being such an easy walk, it feels like, has Minnesota really been tested in these playoffs? I'm serious.
It's a good question.
I mean, for everything that Dre can do, he's still not 7 feet tall. Is he a hell of a defender? Yeah. Is he good? Yes. But again, I don't know if you know this. Warriors with no Steph Curry are a totally different team. Jimmy Buckets is doing his damnedest, but damn, he couldn't go. I mean, you can't have Jonathan Kuminga be a guy who went from being benched just in the last series, basically, who wasn't even playing, to being your leading scorer. Did you think Buddy Hield was going to have another Buddy Hield game like he did in that first? How many points did Buddy have in that first game? The dude was hitting three-pointers like he was Steph Curry. Bucktooth Buddy was going ham. Now he's 13 points the other night. And, Pods, it's amazing how good Pods plays when you have Steph Curry out there and everybody's chasing him around and the kid's shooting wide, freaking open threes. But you put somebody right there in little Pod's face, 0 for 4. It's different. When you got the whole team focused on the running man, Steph, who's just running, then, man, grabbing that ball, shooting something crazy, doing his little shimmy, just shimmy, cocoa pop. I will say his dance and his celebration does look like more of something that you would see at a gay pride festival. Don't you think so?
Yeah. I think if you looked up the definition to what you just said, that would be a picture right next to it.
Yeah, like it's like his little dances. No disrespect. I mean, he's the greatest shooter in the whole world. What I'm just saying though, it's very San Francisco.
I guess that's in.
Yeah, it is in. That's it's Vogue, I guess.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
isn't that like a magazine? Anyway.
But they're a totally different team. I mean, you got Trace Jackson Davis playing 20 minutes. You got to depend on Kayvon. Gary Payton's out there, and I ain't talking about his dad. I'm talking about the second. By the way, his dad's got this flower called Gary Payton. Did you know that? Like, I think that would be
a flower named after him,
like a marijuana strain.
Oh,
it's called GP Gary Payton. And like that to me is like when you made it in life, where you got your own strain named after you.
I guess so.
I'm telling you, man, that glove is the legit. It's very, very big, dense nuggets. They're real good. Now, the point is they are cooked. This bad boy is over. And we also haven't even mentioned about the. Is the WNBA just like our boy Dustin Starr's stuff? Is it fixed? Like wrestling?
Well, Dustin was out of town last week, but that's not what you were talking about at all.
No, I'm talking about the draft, bro. Did you see how the ping
oh.
pong balls bounced? Like, so you know Nico, everybody hates him.
Unfortunate, but true.
That is the general manager, of course, Nico Harris
Yeah.
for the Dallas Mavericks. If you didn't know, he's the dude who basically got rid of Luka Doncic, brought
And
back
was,
Plastic Man Anthony Davis. Of course, right when they get Anthony Davis, he gets injured, of course, like because he's always injured. Yada 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 yada. Now out there, people are like, "Oh my God, look how smart he is, bruh." There's smart and there's lucky. Have you ever heard this thing? It's better to be lucky than good. Because if you're lucky, there ain't nothing you can do, no matter how good you are. And let me just tell you, what was it, a 1.3% chance? Like they weren't even likely to be in the lottery. They move all the way. When they got into the top 4, I was like, oh Lord, they're gonna win. They gonna win. We're talking about out of all the trash teams, the Dallas Mavericks squeak in and get the number 1 overall pick. I mean, are you kidding me? They were in the finals last year with Luka and Kyrie. They come in with high expectation this year. Then out of nowhere, before the trade deadline, there's the stuff that I thought we were getting. Sentinel, do you know what NBA Sentinel is? The crazy Twitter handle that always does the fake news that gets people.
I don't think I've frequented this page.
Oh my God, it's great. You should check it out. I was like,
I will.
I was like, man, you've been Sentinel. There's no way this is like really happening. Well, they trade away Luka, bring back AD. Told you about him. You got people in the stands screaming, fire Nico Harris. You got Maverick fans who are getting escorted and thrown out of the arena for having signs or shirts that say fire Nico. Crazy stuff was going on in Big D. Like nobody was even paying attention to Skeletor over there in Jerry World. They were all just Nico hate. You had college arenas during basketball season in Houston, SMU, Texas, screaming fire Nico. Then all of a sudden, Luka in the playoffs looks completely trash, eh? Then they win the number 1 overall pick and they're going to get Cooper freaking Flag. You got to be kidding me. I mean, and like this is a bona fide franchise style player. Like bona fide. I mean, like, what?
I'm no conspiracy theorist, but the way that all lined up makes you scratch your head a little bit.
Makes you go all the way back. Was it 85? When Patrick Ewing went to New York, the first televised draft and the first lottery, the frozen envelope. Was that?
I can't remember. It was
85 or 86, I believe. You know what? You might want to use your Google machine while I'm reminiscing and trying to think. But yeah, dude, I'm still shocked. Don't understand what happened in this world. Minnesota did it. Congratulations. I got to take a break. I just can't. Cooper freaking Flag. Seems like all the big markets get lucky. And then like you can also go back into history. Cleveland happened to get the number 1 overall pick for LeBron James. You know, like damn.
Right in front of Memphis Grizz.
I mean, they got Derek Lively, they got Daniel Gafford, Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg, P.J. Washington. They got power forward centers and small forwards out the wazoo, don't they?
The Google machine's telling me the first televised NBA draft was 1980, and the Trailblazers got John Stockton. As
Okay,
the
well then
pick.
just do it. Look at maybe whatever. The first one I remember is
First one you
the
remember,
first
okay.
one I remember. Damn it,
The
was
1985 NBA
Knicks.
draft.
85. Okay, whatever.
The lottery era.
Yeah, that was the lottery era. See,
Yep.
it was the original of the lottery era.
The
Don't give me. It was
lottery
something
era.
new. Damn it.
Overall pick, Patrick Ewing.
Shocker.
Great memory there, John.
No.
Did it again.
Isn't that a Britney Spears song? Oops, I did it again. By the way, has she lost her complete mind? Every time I pull up one of those things, the X or the Instagram, Britney be dancing half naked with knives and like doing weird stuff, like bodyguards standing around her when she was on her boat doing like these crazy dances. Like, what happened to Britney Spears?
Didn't she?
Dude,
Oh,
I don't. Dude,
I
let
don't
me
know.
just take. No. Come on, man. Reckless speculation. Just say, I'm just reckless. This is reckless.
She wasn't the
speculation.
one that shaved her head, was it?
Yeah, she was, man. She went G.I. Jane on us.
Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor, Mr. Clean. Bald people.
No, Mr. Clean. Put respect on his name.
Yeah, man. He cleaned some surfaces.
Better believe it. Got that one
It's
pierced
the only
ear.
dude that's ever helped a woman out in the kitchen. True.
You're right. You're right.
Telly Savalas was also bald. Bing Rames. What bald person was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Brittany. By the way, if y'all know
Britney
what's
Spears.
going on with Brittany out there, because, I don't understand what's going on, 901-360-8255. I love y'all. Like, which is crazier? Dallas got the number one overall pick, and they're now going to get Cooper Flagg the year they got rid of Luka. Or Britney Spears. Crazier. Yee, is that what he calls himself now? Kanye?
Yee.
Yee, is Yee crazy? Who's crazier, Britney Spears or Yee?
That's a good little poll there.
I'll tell you one thing. I'd rather see Britney on a pole than my man.
Yes.
And she was also the other day, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, because it was trending on the X. I guess my algorithm knows me. And she was dancing in her bedroom, which, by the way, her room looked pretty dirty, bro. Like, clean up, girl.
Sign of crazy right there.
Her eyes look crazier than all get out. She looked like she had like black makeup everywhere, and the girl was in like it was barely covering her female parts, and I mean barely. She was like I mean, I was like, damn, girl. Like one more, like she about to pull a Sharon Stone, but with no dress on or skirt on. Brittany crazy as hell. It's crazy too. Is it didn't our guy Justin Timberlake, did he date Britney Spears?
Maybe. I'm so out of the loop on all that stuff.
Did JT from Millington? JT, Britney Spears, man, these inquiring minds want to know. But I do want to tell you, we got to get back to basketball. On the other side, we got to talk a little bit of hoops. We got some NFL notes and some nuggets. I got Germ at 12 o'clock. I got some crazy, crazy Hardwood stories. We got a little bit of baseball we got to talk about as well today, and bets. So do me a favor. Don't you dare touch that dial. We'll be back in two shakes. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. I'm Gary York. I'm the service director of Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
I'm inviting you over for dinner. Treat yourself tonight with a delightful dinner of scrumptious combinations. Fresh salads, homemade soups, or maybe start with an appetizer, like our baked Dungeness crab dip with manchego cheese, lemon, garlic, and French baguette toast. Drift into one of our fresh seafood dishes, like the caramelized sea scallops with curry beurre blanc, black forbidden rice, and Thai mango salad. Or our ancho honey glazed salmon with creamy black bean puree, avocado pico de gallo, and jalapeno crema. Maybe you're looking for something cozy and comforting, like our Duroc pork chop with apple brandy demi-glaze and blue cheese bacon mashed potatoes. We have something for everyone. Napa Cafe, open Wednesday through Saturday for dinner starting at 5 o'clock. For reservations, visit our website at napacafe.com. Come join us. I'd sure love to see you.
Congratulations to Napa Cafe, celebrating 27 years of great food and service for you. Napa Cafe.
So this month, we, of course, celebrate the World Championship of Barbecue.
Yes, at Tiger Lane.
And if you're on a barbecue team, we wish you the very best.
I do not like where this is going.
We wish you the very best at being second.
Oh, this is bear poking.
Because the best barbecue in Memphis is and has been for a long time to be found at Central Barbecue.
Barbecue contestants take this very seriously.
Central Barbecue takes barbecue more seriously than anyone.
These are not people you want to make mad.
I don't want to make them mad. I just want them to be prepared to be outdone by Central Barbecue.
And I want everyone to know that I did not write this.
And it's really not even fair.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill and I buy houses, any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone, call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill and I buy houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 901-406-1101. Bill and I buy houses.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. A little two-stepping Tuesday. We got some people who are going to have to do a little splaining. Like if you're in New Orleans right now, I hope you're having a nice Bloody Mary at the Carousel Bar. Going to go see a good show maybe. Going to have a lot of fun. Hit up the Quarter. But if you live there, you got to be looking at your football team saying, what in the hell happened? What the hell happened to us? If you're in New Orleans, you're like, wait a second. We took a 27-year-old quarterback. If you didn't know that, Tyler Shook is 27 years old. Was in college forever. He's the guy who I think definitely has already reached his full potential. I doubt you're going to squeeze a lot more juice out of that lemon. And you know Derek Carr, of course, retired yesterday. We talked about it a little bit. Man retired. And now they have Tyler Shook, Spencer Rattler, and Jake Haener as their quarterbacks.
None of them have a single win with the Saints.
No. And people are talking about how bad the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback room looks right now. Please.
Mason Rudolph has at least one.
Man, he's got multiple wins. Multiple. A lot more times trying, too. But my goodness, and the thing I guess that's actually making it even look worse, I think, is you're going to see Tyler Shook real quick. I mean, Spencer Rattler probably is going to start at quarterback probably because he did play last year and he's been on the team and knows the playbook. But the problem is you're going to be putting in a kid that you went up there and drafted. And let me tell you something, Saints. You might look really dumb, especially if Shedeur Sanders, who by all accounts right now is looking Gucci in camp.
Early, but looks good.
Early, yeah, but man, they say he's definitely outperforming Dylan Gabriel.
He sure is.
We know Kenny Pickett is a backup quarterback in the National Football League.
He's there.
And you, by the way, took Tyler Shook. He's the third quarterback off the board. You took him in the second round. 8th pick of the second round. So you got to get him in there. And again, I am not at Brown's practice, but I do listen to Shady McCoy. You know LaShawn McCoy's on the show. Oh, God. Something in the locker room. Something like that. I like it. It's got, 4 dudes that played in the NFL talking ish. And Shady, who got a lot of people he knows. And not only that, but you have, a couple of those rookies that are basically playing out there with my man Shedeur Sanders. They're doing his legend sign. They're saying that he looks awesome. Like, people are going out of their way to say great things about him. And I'm not talking about him because if you listen to him, looks like Shedeur Sanders, a lot smarter than a lot of people you think. Like, a lot of people out there thought maybe. If you watched any of his interviews recently after some of the practices, the reporters giving him praise, asking him questions like, do you feel like you now have a chip on your shoulder and you got to prove all the other teams wrong for passing on you? And he's like, no. He said, I got one job, and that's to prove myself right. To prove that I can play in this league, be a starting quarterback, and lead a franchise. And I'm like, damn, son.
It's like you got hit with a
Looks
maturity
like
stick.
he's learned how to interview. I mean, Deshaun Watson ain't doing jack, and he's nobody likes him, and he's been terrible. Joe Flacco literally has already retired and was on a couch. Joe Flacco has a Super Bowl ring, spun the ball like a madman, shocked the Denver Broncos on the road. That Super Bowl championship, they went on the road every single week. Wild card, won the deadgum Super Bowl. Joe Flacco a pimp, but he's 40. We talk about LeBron James being out there running. Oh, my God, look at him. He's running up and down the court. He's running. Joe Flacco, 40, bro. Like Tom Brady, the dude who did it better longer than anybody else, got him a Super Bowl ring. What was he, 42?
What, his last Super Bowl win?
Was he? Yeah. How old was he? He was old. Point is,
He was.
Joe Flacco right now ain't Tom Brady. At the same age. He ain't doing the TB12. And Joe Flacco got a lot of playing time last year. 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I know what he did 2 seasons ago when he took the Browns, took over for Deshaun Watson, took him to the playoffs. I get it. He's 40 freaking years old. He's not going to be on the roster. I mean, you got Deshaun Watson. Joe got to go. Kenny Pickett, don't get out of here. Just get out of here with that. Do y'all remember Kenny Pickett when he was playing quarterback for the Steelers? This was amazing. He couldn't throw a touchdown pass. Kenny Pickett has 755 attempts. He has 15 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Yeah, you heard that right. Kenny Pickett don't throw touchdowns, yo. And I don't know if you know this, 59% completion percentage for his career. That ain't getting it done in the National Football League. Kenny Pickett ain't nothing.
That's really bad.
And we saw Dylan Gabriel getting made fun of by the reporters the other day. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
It was kind of bad for the reporter, I thought. Bad look. And he didn't think about it. So they're all there, Dylan Gabriel, they're interviewing him, and he's answering questions, and he's doing a good job doing what Dylan Gabriel does. Polished kid. And when he turns around to walk off, there was a guy who was standing behind him, and he's looking at the other reporters. But remember, this is being filmed. And he goes, oh, my God, I'm taller than him. I get it, bro. If I saw Bryce Young, I literally would think he's oh man, he playing JV.
There's the backup quarterback we were looking for.
But Kenny ain't gonna do it. Dylan don't look like he done it. I feel like this sounds crazy. I feel like this is working out for Shedeur. Now everybody can be like, Johnny lost out on all that money. Well, tell you one thing. I expect him. I already betted over 2.5 starts this year for the Cleveland Browns. He's going to get playing time. I mean, Quinshon Judkins went out of his way to give him praise yesterday. Quinshon doesn't talk anything else but about Quinshon. Mason Graham does not look all that great right now in camp. Lord have mercy, boy. What'd you do since football season ended? You just eat? Look fat and out of shape, bro.
Yeah, he did not look good.
Did not. But Dylan Sampson looks good. Quinshon Judkins and Dylan Sampson.
It's a backfield right there.
Damn, son. Shedeur Sanders, bro. I'm telling you. Kevin Stefanski. What did he do? He got Coach of the Year when he had Baker Mayfield, didn't he? Am I remember that correctly? Pretty damn sure.
Yeah, he sure did.
Mm-hmm. So.
By the way, Brady was 43 when he won a Super Bowl.
43, 42, 43. You're right. 43.
You're right on the
money.
money.
So he is the oldest dude, but Joe Flacco ain't Tom Brady. Joe Flacco ain't getting Botox. Joe Flacco ain't getting red light therapy. Joe Flacco also doesn't have Giselle at the crib nagging constantly. You can't eat that. You can't eat that. Go do taekwondo with my little instructor. And then she goes later and has a baby with him. Would you be upset? Would you be upset? Say, getting divorced is already hard enough, right?
So I've heard.
If you got divorced and your girl went and y'all used to do yoga and now she's left you, y'all break up, get divorced, and then all of a sudden she's out with y'all's yoga instructor every day. Do you continue to go to that yoga class? I don't think so.
No, you find a different yoga guy or girl.
Well, I'm hoping she would be going lesbian because I ain't. I'm going to yoga. I like my teachers to be female, beautiful, better voices.
You find it soothes and relaxes, sets the mood for yoga.
I mean, I taught yoga in another lifetime 20 some odd years ago for 3 years, and it was great.
I did it at Memphis.
It was the most successful. Bartending at Alfred's, I was very successful. But doing yoga, Lord have mercy. You have no idea. It was it's unfair. What's the old saying? Shooting fish in a barrel? It's so unfair.
I haven't heard that one.
What do you say when something's just too damn easy?
This is a cakewalk.
Man, why is that easy? You could slip on the cake. Cake ain't got traction.
I don't know. People
and you
just
wouldn't
say
be eating it. It's a cakewalk.
I guess. You just
Pathetic.
eat the cake. That's the easy part. Then
No.
you just walk through.
Got a couple of people who've texted in on the Britney Spears situation. They said, I think she has rabies.
Probably.
I
think
can
that's
believe
accurate.
that. Would you be willing to marry Britney Spears, put up with her for her money? How long do you think you could make it?
I wouldn't.
Could you make it this is a great, that there's a little guy named Mr. Beast who's a young guy who puts on all these competitions or something?
I'm very familiar. I watched his TV show.
Dude, he always does these put a fat person you have to live in a gym for as long as you can.
I didn't know about that.
You get
part.
$200,000 if you lose 50 pounds or something like that. That was one of the things I just saw because I just got familiar with him, man. My grandkids taught me. They made me. You don't know Mr. Beast. I was like, damn, man. Damn.
He's got a great TV show on Prime.
Well, I didn't expect him to be as young and just a little bitty kid. I really was shocked about that.
He's tall.
But my point is, he needs to do this. Get a group of guys, move them into Britney Spears. Whoever lasts the longest
gets all the money.
Gets $1 million.
I'd say it's a good scenario. Make for a good video.
I know that would be good reality TV. And the way that girl's probably burning through her money with the drug, and again, reckless speculation because she looks like she's definitely doing bad stuff. I'm late for a break as always. Thank you very much for getting me back on track. We got Big Germ joining us in a minute. Again, a little NFL talk because the New Orleans Saints, I think, have lost their mind. You got Tyler Shook and Spencer Rattler. Passing on Shador, I think, is going to be a big mistake, and it's going to be New Orleans that's going to look really stupid.
Should they go ahead and say Arch Manning's your QB next year?
If New Orleans Saints took Tyler Shook with the number 2 pick and their plan is to tank for Arch Manning, why didn't you get somebody that would help Arch when he gets there?
Well, it's the same question I asked when the Titans got Malik Willis the next year, went out and got Will Levis. Didn't make any sense.
Well, Malik was terrible. That's why they couldn't even. They didn't even. Do you realize that
he
left? He started a football game in the National Football League and didn't throw a pass.
Yeah,
that's
but then
the craziest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Went to the Packers and balled out. Then Jordan Love came back and continued carrying the team. He had 2.
I mean, I don't know if you know this. Last year, we saw at the end of the year, the Patriots, my man Joe Milton, who started at Michigan and went to Tennessee, who can throw it a country mile but can't throw it to anybody, went out there and looked like freaking Tom Brady.
He had 1 game, too.
I mean, damn, dude, you could have gone out there and added a little something to that defense with that second pick, maybe get another running back because Alvin Kamara getting maybe a little bit old, help out the, you got Chris Olave, grab another wide receiver, could have gotten a tight end. I think the only person that got that I really think of is they got Taysom Hill, who plays quarterback, tight end, and fullback, and Johnson. First name is not big. Juwan Johnson.
Yeah.
A pretty big boy, though, out of Oregon. But I'm late for a break anyway. I got to take a quick time out. Don't forget, we got Germ at noon. I got Hardwood because it feels so good. We got some weird stories in Hardwood. And we always have some weird stories in Hardwood, because it's just, that's what Hardwood's for. But, we got the P. Diddy stuff going on. You know that, right?
More?
War.
No, more. More P. Diddy
Well,
stuff.
he's on trial, bro. Right now, they need to do a Just for Men's commercial because P. Diddy be looking rough without his, Just for Men and his baby oil.
Great sponsorship right there. Opportunity.
And then you had the thing about, did you hear about Jamie Foxx, the thing he did in his little comedy routine?
I feel like we're going to get to it in Hardwood later.
Dude, I got some seriously funny freaking stories for you today. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. No, we're not going to cry.
We're just going to laugh.
We're going to
cry
laugh.
from laughter.
And we're going to make some cash like you wouldn't believe. Oh, and I got a little clip from Charles Barkley who went on with Dan Dockage. You know who Dan Dockage is? Kind of an a-hole. Man, he just basically went in on Kendrick Perkins, Stephen A. Smith, ESPN, talking about they can't fire him. He's got 7 years on his contract. He's going to probably retire in 2 years. They ain't that stupid. I'll do anything I want. I'll say anything I want. They dumb, yada, 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 yada. I'm like, Chuck, man, you have the biggest, brassest ones I've ever seen. I just wish I could always do everything my way, just like Charles Barkley. But we got to pay bills. We got to take a time out. I'll be back in 2 shakes. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Welcome to Fat Larry's in Bartlett. Come in today for award-winning barbecue and so much more. Catfish, steak burgers, chicken, certified prime Angus beef steaks, along with all the sides, homemade rolls, delicious desserts, beer, and service that is out of this world. Fat Larry's cooks everything made to order just for you. Dine in or order online at fatlarrys.com. We're the best barbecue, southern cooking, and friendly atmosphere in town. Family owned and proud of it. Fat Larry's, conveniently located at 7537 Highway 70, just west of Appling.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wallow said hello.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 904-611-01. That's 904-611-01. Call my buddy Bill and I buy houses, any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Pick up your phone, call 904-611-01. It's 904-611-01. Call my buddy Bill and I buy houses, guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 904-611-01. Bill and I buy houses.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Nico. Like, what do you think Nico feels like right now? Like, literally, Nico Harris, my man, like, this man, nobody liked him, booed everywhere, couldn't even show his face in Big D, did a weird interview, everything was going south, and all of a sudden, a miracle is just laid at his lap, and he's now going to get Cooper flagged. And it's kind of like, I guess the real key is, do you remember back in 2011? So Chris Paul traded to the Clippers, and guess what? That was, he was traded to the Clippers from New Orleans. Guess who got the number 1 pick? New Orleans. They used it on Anthony Davis. Then Anthony Davis was traded to L.A. in 2019, and guess who got the pick? The New Orleans Pelicans. When he was traded, they got the number 1 pick and picked up Zion. Then now they trade Luka to L.A., and Dallas gets the number 1 pick. So I guess if you trade a Chris Paul or Anthony Davis or Luka, good luck's going to be bestowed on you.
So history
Cleveland
says.
somehow got the number 1 pick and got LeBron. New York got Ewing. I don't know, man. It's pretty nuts.
History repeating itself.
I wish I could have a few things in history repeat itself on me, some of my past. Be nice to just be able to go back and... If you could go back and be 18 years old again with your brain that you have today...
I wouldn't go back that far.
Are you kidding me? You wouldn't want to relive college? Oh, God, I'd do everything different.
I don't think I had the same college experience that you did.
I would be so laser focused on one thing only, and it ain't gonna be books. Woo! Well, I'm fired up though because the NBA is buck wild right now. Indiana, can they close it out in Cleveland tonight up 3-1? You got Denver, OKC knotted up 2 games apiece. OKC back at their crib in a dog fight. Got NBA draft lotto news. We got to talk about all the basketball because guess who's going to join me? My boy Germ. Germ. Man, speaking of germ, dude, don't you feel like you got to be protected from germs?
Always.
Yeah, man, you got to wash your hands. But you know what? Washing your hands doesn't save you if you're driving your car or if somebody breaks in your house or something bad happens in your life, like your boat catches on fire. That's why you got to have the best. And I'm talking about insurance. And I'm talking about Bob Simpson at State Farm. Go to Bob Simpson at bobsimpson.org. Call him at 901-381-1233. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson. Get out there. We got Germ on the other side.
Rick's Powder Coating for a beautiful finish every time. Rick's Powder Coating specializes in automotive, ornamental, residential, and industrial coating. With 2 conveyor lines and the largest match ovens in the Mid-South, Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call to see how Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. 901-367-2771 or rickspowdercoating.com.
Wally Hatchet serves breakfast all day and Southern comfort food for lunch. Hatchet fans love our huge omelets, breakfast Sammys, scrambles, and chicken and waffles. For lunch, check out the Mississippi pot roast, chicken fried steak, grilled meatloaf, or one of our best-selling burgers, lipstick on a cow. Pickup, delivery, and catering are also available. Visit WallyHatchets.com to order online. Wally Hatchets is located at 6439 Summer Avenue and open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Wally Hatchets. Count your blessings, not your calories.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about everything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys, beyond the bottle, Tito's has gained a reputation for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits around the world to serve its community and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's and learn more at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, mainly 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Listen up, sports fans. Your next winning drive is at Landers Ford in Collierville. That's right. The iconic Landers Easy Pass always delivers more on your trade and their biggest discounts on your next winning drive. See it all at LandersFordRS.com. Landers Ford, get the support of a certified service tech that comes right to your driveway with the Landers Ford Service Experience Program. And pick it up or fix it on the spot. Landers Ford in Collierville. Ready to be a plan to find you the most savings possible. You can make a trade and possibly lower your payments. And buy your current vehicle even if you don't buy from them. It's a tradition that is all across the Mid-South line. New Fords and quality pre-owned models are arriving every day. Be a rush. Go see them today in Collierville or online at LandersFordMemphis.com. And built from the 1977 Ole Miss football team that beat #1 ranked Notre Dame. Ladies and gentlemen, the final play of the game comes from president of Landers Ford in Collierville. It doesn't say Landers. It paid too much.
Corky's barbecue. Cooking it up. Down home way. Hickory smoke flavor like a good old day.
Hey, y'all, Jimmy Stone over here with Corky's Barbecue. Catering is our specialty. We've been entrusted Corky's to cater their events for 40 years. Because we make it easy for you and delicious for your guests. Whether it's 50 people or a crowd of thousands, our experienced team comes to your location, sets up, serves, and ensures everyone enjoys a Corky's all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet starting at only $7.99 per person. You can't beat it. With 40 years of experience, it's easy to see why customers choose Corky's time and time again for all of their catering needs. Visit Corky'sBBQ.com to book us for your next party.
Uncorked flavor. Corky's barbecue.
This is Original Sports Station. We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis.
That was one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. About to talk to my man Jeremy Merritt. Jerm. Last week I was crazy, man. We had this ringing in my ear. I was like, were you here?
Yes, I was.
Oh my goodness.
It was bad.
Thank goodness everything is back to normal. Life is good. I can actually probably talk much better and pay attention and listening, because my brain was on fire last Tuesday. But now let's bring in our good buddy Germ. He's in the house. First and foremost, Germ, how's life treating you?
Hey man, I'm doing great. Can't complain. How are you?
Man, I am doing really good. I feel like I'm doing better than the New Orleans Saints organization is right now. Like, I'm still shocked looking at their quarterback room. I'm just like, bro, they really going to quarterback camp this year. They got Spencer Rattler, and in the second round, they took Tyler Shuck, who's a 27-year-old dude who's probably reached his ceiling, never been impressive, at least in my personal opinion. And that's basically what they look like they're going to go with. Oh, and they got Jake Hayner. I mean, they got they got nobody on that team. And then you're hearing all this great things, man. Shedeur Sanders seems like he's turning some heads up in Cleveland. That could look like New Orleans could have some serious egg on their face, couldn't they?
This is one of those situations where we thought we were smarter than what we thought. We thought we were smarter than the fifth grader, and we got shown that we weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, Derek Carr is. I mean, if Derek Carr was a car, what kind of car would he be?
He'd be a Buick.
I was going to say a Pinto. But at the end of the day, the beautiful thing about this is this is the reason why we are a really, really big advocate at Views from 22 that they need to relinquish all talent evaluations to us and just let us make some decisions. Some team needs to do it, because at this stage, if you get paid to fail this epically, I got a problem with that. This is horrific. You mean to tell me you took an unproven quarterback to shun another quarterback in a draft where you could have solved that problem a lot easier and a lot better? And then not only that, it's not even about Tyler. Let's scratch Tyler for a second. You should be in the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes yourself. While we sitting here talking about the Steelers,
I'm right there with you.
What else do you have to lose? Your roster, you have a roster in which it has been the most overpaid, highest. They have been the highest every, at least the start of the calendar year for the last 4 or 5 years. Me and Mo and Vic and Jay have all talked about this. Every year for about the last 5 years, they've started $100 million in debt or so from their cap penalties.
Damn.
So every year you start $100 million behind the hole and got to reorganize and restructure and do all these things to your roster just to get to square one for the league year. Now I know people say, "Well, teams do it all the time." It's just that no, you overpay the wrong talent, and that's how you get here. You're not getting any Super Bowls out of this. You're not even getting division championships out of it.
Mm-mm. Right now, also, you got to let's also just be real. The Saints ain't in murderer's row. I mean, look, the Bucks, yeah, Baker Mayfield and Liam Cohen and stuff, they all right. Falcons, they finally got some defense for Raheem Mostert this year in the draft. But, I mean, you also got a young quarterback in Michael Penix, and you're paying a fortune for Kirk Cousins, who's still on your roster. They definitely don't spend their money well. And Carolina's got a junior varsity kid playing quarterback, and I don't even know what the hell they doing over in Carolina, to be honest with you. Like, you're in an NFC South where you have an opportunity that you should be a playoff team, and with the second pick, you take Tyler Shook. I don't get it.
It's baffling.
It's kind of crazy. And then the other flight on the flip side, I have to do say, I think if I'm Shador Sanders, I'm telling you, thank you very much. I know I fell. I know it cost me millions of dollars. I'm sure he's going to make it up somewhere because you talk about, I think, an opportunity. Kenny Pickett has thrown 755 passes in his career, has started many games. He has 15 touchdown passes in his whole damn career, 14 freaking interceptions. He ain't it. Joe Flacco's 40 damn years old and has already been retired and was sitting on his couch for half a season. And he was pedestrian as all get out last year. And Dylan Gabriel getting made fun of by reporters when the reporters who forgot they were still on camera going, oh my God, I'm taller than him. He's such a little bitty guy. I mean, Sanders has a chance, and I already bet it. Over 2.5 starts on the season was like minus 140. So I pounded that junt.
Hey, listen, take care of your business at the beginning, Johnny, and you ain't got to worry about it later.
True.
That's what we like to say. So, Shador, from what I've heard and what I've seen a lot from social media and things like that too, he's come in and embraced the city of Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So
and his teammates.
We're
I mean,
talking
you got
about
Quinshawn Judkins and Dylan Sampson and all the guys out there. Every time they go to the podium, they're talking about Shador Sanders and his leadership and how great he looks.
Yeah, and they're not only just talking about that stuff.
They're doing the legend signs and everything when they're taking pictures. I mean, they seem all in.
They are having a blast. But not only that, Shador is showing you the natural leadership things that you already seen from him that people were trying to spin into arrogance. He even answered, he answers quite, and I shun Cleveland media so bad. Cleveland media has to be some of the worst. I remember when Jabril Peppers got drafted, side note, some years ago from Cleveland, and I remember the reporter, I don't even want to say her name, she asked, would this man do the Ohio State OHIO song now that he was on the Browns? And I was just like, what?
Dude, he went to North Carolina, you moron.
What are you talking about? Jabril with that whole situation, it was just the craziest thing. I was just like, what was the point of you doing that? You go to, so he comes from the rival, but you wanted to do that because you were in Ohio? No. This is terrible. But Shador said he's not worried about where he went. He's not worried about all the rest of the other stuff. He said he believes in his faith.
Oh, man, you talking about Michigan's defensive back, Jabril Peppers, man. My brain completely went south. Who is the hoops head at North Carolina that also played football?
That's Julius Peppers.
Damn, I'm always like, man, my Peppers. I got my Peppers off today.
Yeah, your Peppers. One Pepper was number 2 overall. One was like 20-something overall.
Yeah, my bad.
But it's okay. But they were first round picks. And that's all that matters.
That is true.
But what really gets me more than anything else is that Shador has not. You know how some people break character in a situation and certain things are meant to humble him, so it's humbling him or taking away from who he is. He still stayed true to the game, no pun intended for those who know about me and know me. He still stayed true to the game. He still has been himself. And that's the thing that I respect about him the most, but that's also the thing that you're going to like about him when he gets on the field. He's going to be true to the game of football. He's going to play the position well. He's going to study. He's going to do the things that he needs to do to be successful because he is all in on this. And that's the part right here where you see, like we talked about before, hey, the owners might have made this big pack. We're not going to take him early or we're not going to take him until this time or where he's going to go undrafted. But there's a reason why Cleveland traded their last couple of picks to get to the top of the 5th round to get him.
Oh, I'm with you there. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I think Cleveland has a better year this year than the Steelers.
The Steelers have 2 things going for them that Cleveland doesn't, though.
They gotta go. I really don't know that much about it because right now, I mean, Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, or Skylar Thompson don't look good. Their wide receiving core, I know that you got DK Metcalf, and I'm going to say good job. His best years are still behind him. Robert Woods is terrible. I like Calvin Austin III because he went to the University of Memphis, but he's just a little dude. I mean, like Jalen Warren's the running back, and Kenneth Gainwell is just like this is a team that can't score. They couldn't do it with Russell Wilson. They couldn't really do it with Justin Fields. They always went on defense, and I just feel like this offense is even worse than it was last year.
Offense is going to get better, but it's going to get better with either Aaron Rodgers walking through that door, or they're going to have to be aggressive in the trade market with some of those draft picks that they've acquired from the George Pickens trade and other moves that they've made. So defensively, I see, they took the defensive tackle from Oregon. They felt like he was a guy who will be Cam Hayward's replacement. I can't be upset with that. But I'm sorry, I'm not one of these people, and this is a conversation we'll save for another day ultimately, but I still think Mike Tomlin is one of the 3 best head coaches in football.
Oh, I'm not saying that he's not. I'm saying he's a hell of a coach. The problem is Mike Tomlin's that dude that we keep sending into battle with a knife when everybody else has got a gun, because you need a quarterback to push the ball down the field and actually score. That's why Tennessee sucks so bad lately. And right now, Pittsburgh kind of reminds me, man, they can play defense. Tennessee can play defense. But damn, if you got Will Levis, Malik Willis, if you're throwing out Mason Rudolph, who was with Tennessee, now back with the Steelers, who was with the Steelers, like that just, and again, the whole Aaron Rodgers thing, I mean, he just, like, is he married? Is he not married? That's what's been more talked about lately with him and what's going on. And he also said that and this is what I saw when I was reading Lil Shefty, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about y'all Schefter. I'm talking about Adam Schefter. He said that he thinks Aaron Rodgers' decision, it could be shortly, but, it could be, around June 10th. And I'm like, damn, that's when their mandatory mini camp starts. So, like, you're just going to sit around and wait throughout May into the middle of June to see if you're going to get somebody else, or you're going to, I mean, I feel like, I hate to say it, man, Steelers have mismanaged the quarterback situation for a while.
They have. I agree. I'm not going to, like, the Steelers have mismanaged the quarterback position for the last, I want to say, 3 to 4 years, because there have been some opportunities there for you to swing for the fences. But let me also say this.
Omar Khan can get some defensive players, but damn it, get a quarterback, bro.
It's not just about him and the defensive players. Let's talk to the owners for a second. This is a public service announcement.
Oh, I love these.
Back up. Give them 50 feet. Like, let them figure out the quarterback position without, you being all in his ear. Let's if we ultimately, this is the thing that I really just never understood about leaders, or quote unquote, in quotation marks, leaders is what we're going to say. If you're going to give somebody a job, I would prefer to let that person do the job and hold them accountable for the results, opposed to you not letting me run the show and then me just keeping a job. That's the one thing that I would say that I have more of a problem with the Tomlin situation. I would want a lot more control of certain things, because that right there is the key part of why the Steelers are not pushing the envelope. He's a good enough coach to win games without a quarterback. So imagine if you gave him a quarterback. And then the sad part about this, what's really, really funny, and this is the part that gets it more than anything else, is he's probably the most winning quarterback, or the most winning coach in the Steelers franchise history. And we're sitting here calling for his head.
Yeah, they don't have many. You got Noel, Cowher, Tomlin, and they all got a ring.
Think about, they all got at least one ring. But what's the thing that both Cowher and Noel both had?
Big chins. Big chins. First answer.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right. I like where you went there. No, but what they had was a quarterback or a guy in the room that could play quarterback. So he's winning in spite of not having the most important position on the field, shows a testament to them being prepared during the regular season. The problem is that during the postseason, when it's the most intense, that's when they can't pull off a win right now because they don't have a quarterback.
No, they do
And
not.
in this NFL, last but not least, let's just make it, and just all you defensive purists out there that say the game is not tough, you can't defend these dudes on the field the way that you used to be able to. You being able to knock a quarterback out the game because he was too good, that's not football.
Dude,
That's called emotional. That's
New
called
Orleans
emotional
Saints,
damage.
remember when they beat Brett Favre to death and when he was a Viking, man, that kept him out of the damn Super Bowl. That was a beat down of epic proportion.
And that right there is not football. That's not football. That is called emotional damage. For all the kids out there, emotional damage.
Emotional damage. I love it. By the way, Boston fans got to be having emotional damage. You got right now, of course, Warriors fans having emotional damage. And you saw last night, man, Boston came out there, punched the Knicks right in the damn face on the jump in the first quarter. Go into halftime. They're sitting there up, I think, 11, 12, 13 points here early in the third quarter. And then I don't know what happened. Jalen Brunson, Bridges, the New York Knicks fought, got 37 points in the third, 33 points in the first, 70 points in the second half, and held the little Boston Celtics to 51 points, got an 8-point dub at home in a must-win for the Celtics. Tatum goes down. I mean, Tatum had 42 points, 8 boards, and 4 steals before he went down. He was playing. Jaylen Brown was still shooting bricks left and right from the three-point line. Peyton Pritchard actually had a couple I think he knocked down last night. It's just, what in the hell happened to the Celtics?
I will say this. I don't think anything happened to the Celtics. I think that the Knicks have just simply been more hungry than the Celtics in this series. Every
fourth quarter they have been, that's for damn sure. With like money time, Knicks have been on it, man. Celtics have fizzled.
This is why. So, Johnny, this is why people were so skeptical about jump shooting teams. This is the reason why we were skeptical about jump shooting teams. MJ said this. My boy MJ said this. He said every team is going to do certain things based on certain trends, right? He said, so what we need to hope for is we need to hope that everybody doesn't trend to try to be the Celtics. Because shooting 43s every game, that's not sustainable. Because look at even with their depth right now, Johnny, they are shooting bricks.
More than half of their shots have been three-pointers.
So think about the volume of threes that they're taking as a team. And then you say, over a course of a 82-game season, over the course of a 2-week series, teams have seen them get walked down a couple of times too. When Boston goes out to these big leads early in these games, a lot of teams aren't mature. But Cleveland, for example, we'll talk about later, Cleveland was one of those teams that kind of gave a blueprint this year, like, hey, if you just stay, again,
get the rebound,
stay true to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Ham says my favorite, stay the course. You know it's a 60-minute game. Stay the course. If they come out and they hit their first 15 threes, okay, they may miss the next 25. Just stay the course. Keep playing your defense. Keep running your set. Be patient. The Celtics are one of those teams, they'll let you back in the game. It's just how it goes.
And I mean, like, if you look at this series, the only game that they've won was it was a pretty good little beatdown, 115-93. But that game, Boston shot 50% from the three-point line. The thing that's funny, though, is it's also the game they took the fewest 3-point shots in any game in the series.
So let's throw analytics out the door. It's called common sense.
Yup. It really, really is.
And just to give the Knicks some credit, right? First of all, shout out to Karl Anthony Towns, the one that y'all said was soft, the one that y'all said all these nasty things about. He's really the only big in the series that's contributing here.
He's doing it too with on the glass. Is to me where the most important thing is. It feels like he's grabbing every big rebound.
And y'all said he couldn't do that.
Well,
y'all had a problem with him.
He's been doing it in this series. That's for damn sure.
I mean, he's doing it with amongst Porzingis, amongst the other guy, Cornet. He's doing it against Al Horford, who, even with Al Horford being old, he still plays very well. We're talking about the Celtics having a good rotation here, and I'm not trying to be mean to my guy, to the other big that they have, or any other big that may be in the rotation. What I'm saying is he's taking on the brink of the scoring as the first or second option on any given night, and then he's also doing it on the glass. And he's also been a very, very, very underrated rim protector of giving them some type of defense at the rim. Whether he gets a block shot and all that stuff, that's cool, but are we contesting shots? Are we making it so a team even wants to go inside? And it just happens to coincide that Boston doesn't like to go inside. They like to play on the outside on the perimeter. So that's what they like to do.
And they love shooting them threes, that's for damn sure. But yeah.
They shoot the three so much to the point where they shoot themselves, and they can shoot themselves back in a game or back out of the game. That's the double-edged sword of Boston. And the Knicks are the muddiest team left in the whole playoff.
And if it's tight with final minute of the game, there's nobody I trust more than Brunson. He honestly probably has the least God-given talent in the NBA, but does more with what God gave him than probably any player. I mean, come on, dude. He ain't jumping out the gym. He ain't tall. You talk about perfect footwork, uses his shoulders, goes into people's chests, creates contact, always cool, calm, and collected. And he's got the biggest, brassest one. He'll pull up and shoot a three with 30 seconds left in a ball game, or he'll go right by you and do a little teardrop. Like, I just love me some Jalen Brunson.
There's nothing wrong with liking Jalen Brunson. I was explaining to somebody the other day, Jalen is the product of, he's a coach. Number one, he's a coach's son.
Yup.
So a lot of these, you see a lot of the drills, a lot of the things in the game, in-game situations, he's always prepared. I think that's what the difference is with Jalen Brunson and everybody else sometimes. It's just Jalen Brunson's prepared. He's prepared. Nothing, no situation's too big for him. But most importantly, I just think Jalen Brunson is just showing everybody out there that he deserves to be mentioned amongst the better guards in the league.
True that. Now, there's one other guard in the league that people are already claiming he might be the new face of the league, and that's Anthony Edwards. We talked about Cat. Well, I don't know if you know, they traded Randall for a Cat. Cat looked good up in New York, and guess who looks really good with Minnesota? Julius Randle, balling, bro. Balling out. Just owning the Warriors right now. You, of course, got Ant-Man doing Ant-Man things. No Steph Curry. It's just bad luck for the Golden State Warriors. The fact that Minnesota got the Lakers with no center, LeBron playing the five, Luka out of shape, and Austin Reeves as being like your three of your amigos. Like, just, Minnesota, I feel like, has had a really easy road. They look good right now. They're probably going to close things out with a quickness. What do you think, really, though, about this Minnesota team? Because it could have been set up any better for them when it comes to luck.
Well, every year a team needs a little luck somewhere, and along in this, along with health, right?
Yep.
Attrition is a part of the game.
True that.
To go along with, you being healthy and somebody else maybe not being healthy, maybe being healthy. And people say, and then people try to use these type of things to go against people. What I try to explain is we don't have any control over who's on the court. We don't have any control over that. So why are we sitting here trying to make that into something in itself? We have to stop that. They have done and capitalized on every opportunity that they're supposed to. That's what life is about. It's about capitalizing on opportunities when you're supposed to. So right now, Minnesota, congratulations on capitalizing on the things you're supposed to. I will tell you this, Anthony Edwards might be the most important part of why they're winning. But I do think that Rudy Gobert is a very, very big part of this. I do think that Julius Randle is a really big part of this. You're talking about this team coming together, being put together, assembled to be able to make this deep playoff run by adding wily veterans. I like it. I like what they're doing. So if we get a conference final of them versus a team like Denver or them versus a team like OKC, we know we're going to get another series where we get to see Ant continue to elevate himself.
Yeah, we definitely do. And I'll tell you, man, last night he did a little bit of everything. I mean, a little bit of everything. But Randall also, I mean, I thought Randall was just so damn impressive. And the other thing is Randall doesn't get credit. Like, Randall's always on the damn court, bro. Like, he is in shape. Like, everybody's like, oh, man, Steph's in shape. Randall playing 40 minutes a night and in the fourth quarter still delivering. I like that about Julius Randle, and I'm glad that he's healthy because I like this Minnesota. Jaden McDaniels is playing well. They're just playing really good. You got Nikhil Alexander-Walker coming off the bench, locking you up, Dante DiVincenzo, Naz Reid. I swear I think I'll take him against anybody in the NBA if there's a fight. Like, I'm going with Naz. I like how physical they are. Their defense will lock you up, and it's just they've had a nice little row. But on the other side, who are they going to play in the Western Conference Finals? Because you talk about one damn good series and one confusing series. Game one, when Denver stole that bad boy, you had Jokic have one of the most amazing performances you've ever seen in your life. And what was it, 42, 22, and 7? It was
something like that.
It was ridiculous. Well, the last two games I've watched Jokic play, he has not looked like Jokic. He can't hit a shot to save his life. Very, very bad shooting nights. Yet they have found a way to steal one in game 3, got to overtime, took that bad boy. And then yesterday, I ain't going to lie to you, I know Thunder fans, they had to be a little bit nervous because that game was a lot closer than I expected it, and I almost feel like the Nuggets gave it away. I don't know how you only score 18 points in the fourth quarter. You get outscored by 11 points and lose that game. It was a terrible first quarter for Denver and a terrible fourth quarter for Denver. Like, I don't know, man. I know Jokic is coaching. I know he's also playing point center. He's also got to rebound. He's got to hit threes. He's got to do everything. What happens with OKC and Denver? Who's going to play Minnesota and why?
I've been going back and forth with this, right?
Yeah, this one's like schizophrenic.
So Jay, the three categories that we'll focus on is rebounding, free throws, and all the more important, it seems to be turnovers. I think if OKC can continue to use that depth, that's the Thunder. The Thunder, a lot like the Pacers, apply pressure and they play 10 deep, right? 10, 12 guys. They can play them anytime. That's a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
That's the superpower that we might need to showcase because these 8-man rotations are wearing people out, as you see. Especially when we're in a league now where the pace has kicked back up again. So being able to play 10 players is huge in these playoff series because 10-man rotations guarantees that everybody can touch the bench for at least 5 to 6 minutes a game, which it turns out to be more off the court time than that. But that's just what you need. You can't win. It's not sustainable to ask a guy like Jokic to play all of these minutes and not get any rest or not get some type of rest, especially as he continues. He's not getting any younger. So, for me, as much as we like what Denver is doing and how they're fighting this series, it's so contingent on how well Jokic plays that those three categories I just talked about are literally the difference in the series. Because OKC, when they don't turn the ball over, OKC when they make their free throws, and OKC when they rebound basketball, they win the game, and it's kind of decisive.
Yeah, the only thing that's kind of giving me a little bit of like the one thing that's kind of freaking me out about this series is again, I mean that game 4, I thought OKC was terrible, pretty much until the fourth quarter. Denver was so bad in the first they couldn't buy a bucket. But in that third quarter, when Denver kind of took control, OKC couldn't make an open shot. The zone that they were throwing at them just had them confused, and Shea was trying to go 1-on-2 and, had a couple turnovers there, especially in that third quarter, and it was weird. It was like a team that I think about high-flying, running up and down the court, hitting threes, getting to the free throw line. Denver had them confused for basically 3 quarters.
Well, I don't even think that they were confused. You know what I think was the problem? I think we started to press because we had a lead and then we lost the lead. Mm-hmm. But the way we lost the lead was we were taking open jump shots or rhythm jump shots that we weren't normally hitting. And what's more demoralizing to a young player in these situations when they feel like they're doing the right thing and then they're not making shots? And then that affected them on some of their defensive breakdowns. So then you see some plays there toward the end of that third quarter in that game where Jokic hits that 3 and puts them back up 5 or 6 points, and it's like, this might get away from them. This might get away from you, OKC. And then you go back and you say, okay. Then they come back down another possession or two later, and then they hit a 3. And then they started making threes. And then the next part
it was that Wallace kid, Kason Wallace, who comes in and gives you 23 minutes that I definitely wasn't expecting. It goes 3 for 3 from downtown, hits them all in the second half. Alex Caruso had a couple big threes because you're starting 5 for OKC in that game 4. Mm-hmm. Dort couldn't hit a 3-pointer to save his damn life. I think Shea was 0 for. I think William. I think they were all 0 for. Except for Lou Dort may have been like 1 for 8. Like I think their starting 5 only had one 3-pointer for that whole game. That was what was weird to me. And yes, Denver was just going to continue to let them shoot it because it was brick after brick after brick.
But once Shea started getting in the middle of that zone again, and once Shea started breaking down the
from the
defense
free throw
again,
line, yep.
That right there is what opened the game up for some of those other guys that weren't the starters to hit some open shots. And that's the reason why your bench matters. It's about the best team, remember? Not the best player.
Best team right now in the West, is it Minnesota or is it OKC or is it Denver? Because I'm already putting a fork. It's over. Sorry, Golden State.
I'm not going to lie to you, man. I still think OKC is the best team out West. And it's not that Minnesota isn't right there with them or Denver is not close. It's just, again, give me the deepest team. Give me the deepest team who has a player that takes the best shot. And I still think that there is nobody who takes better shots right now than SGA.
I'm with you.
He takes, Johnny, if we looked at a player and we said we want a player to take these type of shots, the shots that he's taking, if we say, okay, study a guy and tell me what guy do you feel takes the best shots in the league right now, we're all going to go point to SGA because no shot he takes is either A, out of rhythm, B, a bad shot in most cases, or a bad shot in the scenario, or it doesn't look like he doesn't want to take the shot. It looks like he's taking shots he knows he can make. These are shots he's practicing. Everything about this player just looks phenomenal. Like and even the way he breaks down the defense to make a play for others. He's not just a one-dimensional guy. He has every level to his game, and then on top of that, he will defend on the other end. I mean, as much as we talk about Joker, this is the reason why SGA is in the MVP running. This is the reason why he is the little engine that could.
Yeah, he is the little engine that could, and I will say, though, but those teammates ain't too bad neither. I love this one. Tonight, we got Nuggets Thunder, OKC minus 9.5. Who you got?
I'm going OKC tonight because they gotta win tonight.
At home, yeah.
They
can't go to Game 6 in Denver. Down game.
If you want this to be over with in 6 games, because you need this to be over with in 6 games. I'm going to be honest. Do not drag this out. Denver has championship pedigree, and most importantly, that Game 7 will be the game that Westbrook and Michael Porter Jr., everybody else, and Aaron Gordon don't miss a 3. You just don't want to. You do not want to play Denver and keep extending this series out any further. You need to take this game and you need to make a statement with this game because we've had back and forth for the most part so far. You need to win the 2 games in a row, and you need to try to close this bad boy out in Denver if you can.
Can the Pacers close it out tonight in Rocket Arena over in Cleveland, Ohio? Cavs, number 1 overall seed, 7.5-point favorite. Pacers or Cavaliers? Who you got?
Cavs, just go home. Just go home. I've had enough. This is about basketball. And Big Shot. I'm sorry, man. Basketball maturity. If Darius Garland is going to pick up stupid fouls, if Donovan Mitchell doesn't play, it's going to be worse than it was the other night.
Dude, I'm with you.
That's just what it comes down to. It's basketball maturity. Pacers going to close this out tonight and go ahead and wait for the Knicks because I think the Celtics are. I think this Tatum injury is going to be a little bigger blow to the Celtics psyche than it is anything else. Pacers need to close this out. That's going to be the sign of whether the Pacers are finals equipped or not for me tonight. Is if they can go in here and handle business in Cleveland and go ahead and close this team out on the road and let Cleveland stay home.
Germ, you got to tell everybody where they can find you.
I am on Twitter, Germ So True, JermSoTru. No E, it's me, Germ So True. And, of course, you catch me on Facebook, Jeremy Merritt. You catch me on Instagram, Jeremy Merritt. I mean, I'm all around. Views from the 22 Facebook group. Don't forget to join us. And, of course, I am always in 94 feet of life. That's what we do.
Football, basketball, Germ does it all. We'll be doing it again next Tuesday. Thanks for your time, my friend. I appreciate you so damn much.
No problem. Have a good one, guys.
That's my homie. I'm late for a break, man. Landon, sorry about that. I'm going to pay a few bills. We'll be back in 2 shakes. I'm going to give you wood and some bets all in one safe space. Right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports56 WHBQ.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill and I buy houses. Any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone. Call 901-406-1101. It's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill and I buy houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill 901-406-1101. Bill and I buy houses.
retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors at 2356 Goodman Road in Horn Lake. Also stores in Cleveland, Mississippi and Little Rock. They specialize in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds. Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, and family projects call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
When you're hungry for good meat, trust the family that has been feeding you since 1967. Charlie Hogan, Triangle Meat Company. Trust Triangle Meat for fresh beef, hamburger, and roast. Trust Triangle Meat for delicious pork ribs, chops, and buffalo. And trust Triangle Meat for Virginia grilled rump. Feeding lots of folks, Triangle Meat Company has all the meat you need. Shop Triangle Meat Company. 8 to 5, Monday through Saturday, 4 to 7, 90 Summer Avenue, 901-683-1192. Fresh or frozen, big or small, trust Triangle Meat Company.
Spring is in the air, and it's the perfect time to grill, chill, and save with Choates. Install a new generator, tankless water heater, or Carrier HVAC system, and you'll get your choice of a free green egg grill or 36 months no-interest financing. Stay powered during storms. Enjoy endless hot water and slash your cooling costs this summer with a high-efficiency Carrier system, and grill some slow-smoke barbecue on us. But hurry, this special ends soon. And if you're dealing with plumbing or electrical problems, Choates is here for you too. Give us a try and take $60 off your repair. Leaky faucet, clogged drain, broken outlet, lights flickering? Call Choates and save $60 on your plumbing or electrical repair service. Call 347-8086 or visit ChoatesHVAC.com today. And remember, Choates, let our family serve your family.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a little two-stepping Tuesday. It's always brought to you by the best. Every day is brought to you by the best. Do you know every day ends in Y?
True story.
Yep. Do you know it's also just like every single day, it always ends in Y? Tito's. You're like, how does it? Tito's doesn't end in Y. No, but Tito's is the best every day, all day, every day, no matter what.
Now
if you're out there, it don't matter if it's Monday, don't matter Thursday, don't matter if it's Friday. Whenever you feel the need, always get the best. Simple. It's Tito's handmade vodka. It's USA vodka, baby. It's gluten-free, by the way. It's 100% made from corn. It's 6 times distilled before they still it in classic copper pots, not spots. It's in, it's like it's a unique way. That's why it's got a unique flavor, slightly sweet with a black pepper note. It balances everything out. You could be crabbing a cocktail, or you could just be drinking it neat. Whatever you do, get your Tito's on. And remember, there's no frills, there's no flavors, there's no fancy labels. It's just the good stuff. Like, I don't need no stupid duck or goose on my damn bottle. Like, seriously.
Yeah, you tell them.
I don't need no, frou-frou BS. It's about what's inside the bottle.
It's what inside that counts.
Yeah, that's right. And it's the goods. By the way, he also loves dogs. Tito Beverage. I'm a big dog guy. You know that, right? Love my dogs.
Love dogs.
Dogs. And he loves dogs. So get your Tito's on. Let's go to Hardenwood.
This is Access.
Bro, you're pretty good. I thought I was going to catch you. I thought you were going to be slipping, bro. For real. Are you a fantasy football player?
Sure am.
All right, man. Help me out, man, because I just saw this from a bunch of fantasy football rankings. Did you know they have Dak Prescott all the way at 12?
For total QBs?
Total QBs. They got Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, Caleb Williams, Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and number 1, Josh Allen, the king. Now, the only reason I say that is it was just 2 seasons ago that he did lead the entire league in passing yards and passing touchdowns when Lamar Jackson won the MVP. They did go get Mr. Pickens, George Pickens, Carl Pickens' son.
Yes.
You got CD, the Lizam. Got him another good offensive line, so hopefully he can keep his ass upright. You know they're going to throw the ball all the damn time because guess what they can't do?
Run.
They can't. Like, Emmitt Smith ain't walking through that door. So don't you think he's going to be airing that junk out all the time? Yes.
That's the hope for Cowboys fans.
And little Jalen Tolbert got a little, and the little Turpin dude, they got a little speed to them. They little.
Yeah.
Jake Ferguson's a good tight end. Who the hell's going to run for him this year?
I got nothing.
Javonte Williams, is that it? Miles Sanders? But I think he's going to have to throw the hell out of the football. Ergo, how the hell he's so low? And I know Ben Johnson had Jared Goff putting up really good numbers. But Caleb Williams at number 7 feels a little high. I mean, Josh Allen up there, number 1, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels. I can't argue with these. Jalen Hurts,
good.
Rushing touchdowns, great defense. They're going to score like you wouldn't believe. Bo Nix. Are we ready to put Bo Nix in the top 10?
I mean, he had a great rookie season, but I don't
Justin
know.
Herbert at 8 when the Chargers. Listen, I know Justin Herbert ever since the day he stepped on with his big old frame coming out of Oregon, can run, can move, can do all kinds of things. Still ain't won jack. I mean, Ladd McConkey, is he your best receiver? You got Mike Williams.
He's your number 1 receiver.
He's your number 1 guy. Will Dissly, mid-grade tight end.
Yeah.
They did draft Trey Harris out of Ole Miss, didn't they?
They did.
And then you got who did they take at running back out of North Carolina? Hampton.
Omarion.
Thank you very much. Omarion Hampton. He's going to be a big speedster. You already have Najee Harris that you picked up. Like, I don't know if you know this, Jim Harbaugh likes to run the football. I don't see him out there just slanging that junt. Now, I know who's slanging that junt because I saw it in New York last night. You know who Cardi B is?
Yeah, she's a rapper.
She was with her boyfriend last night. Do you know who her boyfriend is?
No.
Stephon Diggs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were courtside, New York, doing their
that?
thing, man. So, Offset, when she was pregnant with Offset's baby and all them rumors about, Stephon Diggs knocking on the door, those things are true.
Confirmed.
And then I saw this yesterday and I couldn't believe it. Do you know that Jamie Foxx, in a recent comedy special, claimed that the reason he went to the hospital and almost lost his life is because P. Diddy poisoned him? And Fox said that he also went to the FBI to send Diddy to prison. This whole Diddy thing wild, isn't it?
Good grief.
Did he or didn't he?
That is the question.
The diddler. So how's it going in the trial, man? I know one thing, he looking old, bro. Like, no Just for Men right now.
Mm-hmm.
Gray hair. I don't know, man. Like, right now, I think Jordan Hudson would probably say that Bill Belichick is looking better than P. Diddy right now.
Well, you'd hope she'd say that anyways.
Why? Oh, because they're,
Because they're an item?
It's a paid, it's a service, sir.
Well,
Like, I do not sleep with my wonderful housekeeper. Paid service, just different service.
Different service.
Totally different service.
But that is a good question. How young is too young for a dude like Bill Belichick?
I mean, you got the cash. I mean, just, I say 21. You want her to at least be able to go to the store and buy you a cocktail. Like, how annoying would it be if you're like, yo, baby, go get a bottle of Tito's. And she's like, oh, Bill, you got to come with me. You know I'm not 21. I would say 21's minimum.
21's the minimum.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
I mean, what about you?
I don't know. What's that old adage? It's like half your age plus 7.
I've never heard of that one. So, like, right now, the youngest girl that I could date, you're saying, is 20. Wait, did you say you add 7?
Yeah.
Half your age plus 7? So you're saying the youngest girl I could date is 30 years old?
Yeah. Maybe.
I actually have no problem with that. That's fair.
I mean,
What in common would I have with somebody under the age of 30?
Maybe sports if you're lucky.
I don't need a girl that's into sports. I don't want a girl that smokes my weed, and I definitely don't want a girl that's watching sports with me, because that's the time I get away from her. Like, I don't need you. Like, I couldn't work with my wife.
True.
Could you imagine?
Or maybe it's like tennis.
What's like tennis?
Maybe she likes tennis, so that way she has like an interest in sports or is athletic.
No, I don't think so.
Just trying to work something over there, workshopping.
Well, keep working at it.
Okay, we'll do.
Now we got to bet. You like to gamble. I like to gamble. Everybody likes to gamble. You ready to rock and fire? By the way, you know that there's a thing called hockey going on right now, by the way? Did you know that?
Better believe it.
Some good hockey stuff going on out in the world. I was impressed. Those dudes, I don't know if you know this, they can skate. Good skaters. Do you think they're good skaters?
Well, they're in the NHL, so I'm going to say yes.
I agree with them. We got a gamble tonight. Dude, do the Pacers really close it out? Hell yeah, they do.
They have to.
But you know what we're going to do? Pacers are going right now. I'm taking the 7 points, and I'm dancing in the streets.
All right.
I love Pacers plus 7 tonight. I don't like it. I love it, and I want a whole lot more of it. That OKC Thunder game, I got no idea, peeps. I really don't. I think I'm going to have to go inline on that one. Get a feel for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the Thunder are shooting a bunch of bricks, man, if the thing's going to be tight, I don't know. I don't even know about the total. I just know I am going to take the Pacers and the human tripod plus 7. For Landon, I'm John. Get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.
Wally Hatchet serves breakfast all day and Southern comfort food for lunch. Hatchet fans love our huge omelet, breakfast Sammys, scrambles, and chicken and waffles.